The big focus that we have for you this afternoon is the latest coming from Jammu and Kashmir. Now, 4 leaders of People's Democratic Party or the PDP have been told to vacate their government accommodation in Srinagar. Now, these leaders include Zahoor Mir, former minister and MLA Pampore, Yusuf Bhatt, former MLA Shopian, Nizamuddin Bhatt, who is former MLA and party's general secretary, Ejaz Mir, who is DDC member and former MLA. The administration has also cancelled the residential accommodation of government officials as part of ending the age-old practice of the bar move. Listen in.
I have a strong objection on the letter written by PDP MLAs to our Honorable LG demanding security cover. I mean, why should you people get security cover? What a big bigot you people are. Everybody knows that you are a party who support terrorists in Kashmir. You are a party who is hand in glove with all the terrorist activities in Kashmir. Now, why should our security forces sacrifice their lives to prevent you people? Be clear on your stand. I don't think you should get any security from our brave security forces.
जिस प्रकार पीडीपी के 4 एक्स-एमएलए आज सरकारी निवास को खाली करने के लिए बड़े दुखी हैं मन से। ये वो लोग हैं जो जम्मू कश्मीर में रहकर हिंदुस्तान के खिलाफ बोलते हैं। ये वो लोग हैं जो फोर्सेस के खिलाफ बोलते हैं। ये वो लोग हैं जब कोई सिविल मारा जाता है तो उसके घर में जाने से भी परहेज करते हैं। पर क्या कारण है कि सरकारी ऐशोआराम और 5 स्टार फैसिलिटी में रहना पसंद करते हैं। हमने तो उसी दिन सरकारी बंगला छोड़ दिया था जिस दिन से सरकार डिसॉल्व हुई थी। क्या कारण है कि ये लोग सरकारी मशीनरी का उपयोग तो करना चाहते हैं पर हिंदुस्तान के खिलाफ और पाकिस्तान का ही प्रेम दिखाना चाहते हैं। इनको चाहिए जल्द से जल्द अपने उन सरकारी बंगलों को खाली करें और जाएं अपनी निजी जो उनके घर है वहां पे जाके रहना चाहिए और लोगों के बीच में रहना चाहिए। और अब हिंदुस्तान के अंदर खासकर कश्मीर के अंदर वही रहेगा जो राष्ट्र प्रेम दिखाएगा।
Following the orders of Jammu and Kashmir High Court, State Department has told PDP leaders to vacate their residential accommodations which they were provided in 2014 when there was government of People's Democratic Party and Bharatiya Janata Party in Jammu and Kashmir. Now these leaders have been told to vacate their residential houses. We are reporting from outside the residence of Nizamuddin Bhatt, who is the General Secretary of People's Democratic Party, and this is the residential accommodation he was provided in 2014. The State Department has told him to vacate it, and he is one of the 4 leaders who have been told to vacate the residential houses. Senior leader of People's Democratic Party, Ejaz Mir, has already vacated, but now Nizamuddin Bhatt is yet to vacate it because he has already written a letter to Lieutenant Governor of Jammu and Kashmir, Manohar Sinha. On this side, Shafiq will pan the camera and show you that this is the house where General Secretary of People's Democratic Party, Nizamuddin Bhatt, lives. He has written a letter to Lieutenant Governor of Jammu and Kashmir saying that there are security challenges. In fact, he cannot go back to the native place because there are challenges, there are security related threats, and in fact in Srinagar he feels safe, and this is the residential accommodation. He has been living here since 2014. Other 3 leaders have been already served the notice. Ejaz Mir, as I already mentioned, has already left that house, and in fact he too has written a letter to Lieutenant Governor of Jammu and Kashmir. At this point in time, party's chief, People's Democratic Party chief Mehbooba Mufti, has also written a letter to Lieutenant Governor saying that PDP leaders are being selectively targeted. In fact, they are being told to vacate these houses despite the fact that there are security threats in various parts of South Kashmir. So they should be provided accommodations in Srinagar. But the State Department says there is proper court order from 2020 in which directions were being given to State Department. They were told that all those legislators who are not in power, they don't represent people. In fact, former bureaucrats who have been occupying these residential houses since long, they should vacate it as soon as possible. So we are reporting from this area, which is Tulsi Bagh, where many leaders have been living, and this is the residence of Nizamuddin Bhatt. He too has been told to vacate it, but we will have to see what exactly happens in future, because he has written a letter to Lieutenant Governor, and we will have to see whether Lieutenant Governor intervenes in this matter or not, because all these leaders have cited that there are security threats in their areas, so they will have to stay in Srinagar, and government accommodation should be provided to them.
These leaders who claim to be the grassroots level leaders, who claim to be the so-called sympathizers and also the leaders of all the stone pelters and others, what danger do they feel if they go back to their houses? This sort of a hypocrisy is now quite evident from all these actions of theirs, of running with the hare and hunting with the hounds and trying to get maximum of the government, always criticizing the Indian government and the security forces for everything, but never ever criticizing these stone pelters and the militants.
Let's now go across to my colleague Pradeep Datta joining us on the broadcast more on this. Pradeep, now, the charge by the PDP is that they are being selectively targeted. But can you tell us a little bit more about this order that has come? Because I believe there are more leaders who've been asked to vacate the official houses, official accommodation, and some bureaucrats are in the list too.
Yes, you're absolutely right. What PDP is trying to do, PDP is simply trying to mislead people. They are trying to play victim card, saying that they are being selectively targeted. Normally, see, they had been illegally occupying these residential accommodation. Why they're illegally occupying? Because already there had been dissolution of assembly. Because once the assembly is dissolved, you can just keep that accommodation only for 1 month. In case of death, you can keep that accommodation for 2 months. Normally you have to vacate that accommodation, and that is a norm. And you know what exactly they had started doing in Jammu and Kashmir? The former Chief Minister, they had amended Act. They wanted that power and the accommodation and everything to stay with them. Even if somebody was Chief Minister or not Chief Minister, they could retain their bungalow. But after scrapping of Article 370, everything has changed, because now they have got the same laws what we have in Delhi and other parts of the country. So they had also to vacate. Umar Abdullah had to vacate after 18 years the bungalow which he had been occupying, because he volunteered for that. So now today PDP leaders crying hoarse and saying that they are being selectively targeted. This is simply like misleading, and they are the same PDP leader. If they are writing now a letter up for the security, that's why they are being questioned. Because Ajaz Ahmed Mir, he was the one who used to call, in fact, terrorist martyrs. They are their brothers, and now why he is demanding the security? If yesterday those people were brothers and martyrs, so why he is now fearing for the from brothers and is asking for the security? So that's the question is being asked. The second thing is about the bureaucrats being asked to vacate accommodation, because there used to be age-old practice of Darbar move. For 6 months we used to have capital in Jammu region. For 6 months we used to have capital in Srinagar region. There was a lot of burden on state exchequer. About 200 crores were every year spent from shifting files from one place to other. What this government tried to do, they digitalized all files. That means about 2 crore papers were digitalized. That means 3 lakh files were digitalized, so that people in Kashmir Valley and Jammu have not to travel to respective places. They can get proper governance and government at their doorsteps. So now the people in Kashmir Valley, they will not have to travel to Jammu region during winters. Same way the Jammu region people will not have to travel to Kashmir Valley, because now it is all about e-governance. So lakhs of crores of rupees that were spent on shifting of files will now be spent on the welfare of the people. But the problem is that Darbar is gone, and Darbaris are feeling the heat.
Right.
And these Darbaris are now crying hoarse. They are saying that they are being selectively targeted. In fact, somebody should ask them this question. They were the one. That's why the BJP is also asking them question. They were the one who had always been trying to glorify terror. They're always been speaking for Stone Pelter. They're always been speaking for the separatists. When they ever spoke for the security force personnel who had been providing the security from day one, we had been saying, if the security force personnel had not been there, Mehbooba Mufti would not have been able to step out of her home. But unfortunately, they always try to demonize them, and they always try to glorify terror and terror-related elements. And now today, when they're asked to follow rules, and they're crying hoarse, because norm says that if somebody somebody has retired, it's a normal norm. They can't retain that accommodation. The same is the
Right.
case with the legislator. If you are not the legislator now, you will have to vacate. And that has happened in Jammu region also. Many of the BJP leaders have also vacated. JKNPP
Right.
leader Harshdev has also vacated last year.
Okay.
In fact, Priya Sethi was the first one to leave her accommodation just day the government was dissolved.
Right. Thank you very much, Pradeep, for the moment, for joining us with all of those details. We'll keep coming back to you for more on this story. Joining us on the broadcast right now are my two guests. We have Majid Hydari, who is a political analyst, and Times Now's contributor, Shehzad Poonawalla, who is a lawyer as well. Good afternoon to both of you. Majid Hydari, let me begin the discussion with you. Now, you answer a simple question of mine. If you are not an MLA, should you continue enjoying the perks that an MLA gets?
मंजिल मिलेगी भटक कर ही सही, गुमराह तो वो हैं जो घर से निकले ही नहीं. I would firstly essentially dedicate this couplet to Priyanka Gandhi because she was the first woman who was left homeless in the same month of July last year by the BJP. जो बीजेपी एक यतीम बेटी को घर से निकाल सकती है वो कश्मीर में क्या लिहाज है. But I have a simple submission here, a humble submission here.
नहीं, मैंने आपसे एक बड़ा सीधा सा सवाल पूछा है माजिद हायदरी. अभी एक मिनट, माजिद हायदरी, 1 second. You cannot digress from what I have asked you. I asked you a simple question. No, Majid Hydari, I asked you a very straightforward question. Did I go into the story? No. I asked you a simple question. I just said, if you are not an MLA, should you continue to get the perks of an MLA? Yes or no? You tell me this.
Madam, I have a simple point. Let no Kashmiri politician be kept in government accommodation. Why should I, as a taxpayer, pay my money for these people? Why are all not being thrown out? Why PDP alone? If today NC has become a devata, what?
No, PDP is not alone. Didn't you hear what my colleague Pradeep Datta said just now? Didn't you hear what my colleague Pradeep Datta said just now? You know, this is precisely the reason why I asked him that one question. Is just PDP being targeted here or everyone's being asked to vacate it?
No, it's only PDP. It's only PDP. He has been lying through his teeth on the show.
Okay, so now you say that my colleague, the reporter who's got us this information, now you want to call him a liar. This is your argument today to defend PDP netas who want to enjoy the perks of an MLA when they are not an MLA anymore?
I am
Shehzad
not
Poonawalla.
defending any party. I am saying why this discrimination, victimization, witch hunt of one particular party.
Come on, as a taxpayer, you want to defend that, you know, your money shouldn't be wasted. But now, as somebody who's supporting PDP here on the show is saying, I'm not defending anyone. Shehzad Poonawalla.
Yes, I am so sorry to hear that my dear friend Majid, who also doubles up as a journalist, has accused Justice Ali Muhammad Magre and Justice Vinod Chatterjee Kaul, who has said that this continuation of these benefits and extending their luxurious stay in accommodation that they don't deserve to stay in by alluding that these people are working selectively, that these judges are working communally. This kind of allegation being made by Mr. Majid Hydari is most unfortunate against the High Court, and I'm sure if the High Court is taking cognizance of this show, they will like to issue contempt notices to Mr. Majid Hydari. But anyways, let me come to the point. The point is that today when the Jammu Kashmir people are being given special status, look at these netas, because their special status, their luxurious properties, their entire ability to use the money of Jammu Kashmir for their own personal benefit, their Parivarwadis and Algavwadis have been isolated, and the people of Jammu Kashmir are being united and geographically and emotionally being integrated today. Look at the way they play the victimhood card. Now he's citing the example of Priyanka Vadra. Priyanka Vadra has several properties in Delhi. She may have some in different parts of the country and abroad also. So she has a lot of houses to stay in. But tell me one thing, Majid Hydari, what is your problem if people who should not be staying in this kind of accommodation are removed? This is the kind of accountability that should be given. Why shouldn't the average Jammu Kashmiri who deserves this benefit, why shouldn't he be given this benefit? This shows that your entire focus...
Let Majid Hydari now respond. Let Majid Hydari now respond to it. Yes, Majid Hydari.
See, I want to tell the learned lawyer Shehzad Poonawalla, who is also an advocate, that let me remind him and update his knowledge that the orders for eviction have not been issued by Honorable High Court, but by the Estates Department. And this is where the discrimination is taking place. Honorable High Court has not taken any kind of discrimination, but discrimination is being done by Estates Department, which is evicting only
Majid
one
Hydari,
party
let me
of
correct you
the
there.
zone of
The
water.
J&K High Court order. 1 second. Majid Hydari, you need to be clear on your facts here on the story. J&K High Court order was issued on February 18, 2021, seeking report on action taken by the Estate Department to vacate government buildings occupied by the people who aren't in power anymore. So there is a direct
Very good.
intervention. So don't
Yes,
say that,
there
the
lies the
Estate
point.
Department is
So
doing
the
it on its
Estate
own. But anyways,
Department
coming to
has
the point
failed
here,
with all of
you
them.
answer me this.
The
If these
Estate
people are no
Department
longer
has
the
resorted
MLAs,
to contempt
what
of
business
court.
do they have in staying in?
On the part of Raj Bhavan that it has not evicted all these politicians, and now the Raj Bhavan is resorting to discrimination that only PDP leaders are being evicted or thrown out from their houses. This is typical
Can I ask
witch hunt.
one question?
Honorable High Court should take cognizance of this discrimination being done by JK government just
Can
to
I ask
victimize
one
one
question?
particular party,
Majid.
much the way it happened in Delhi with Priyanka Gandhi.
Majid, can I ask you one question? You're a learned man.
Okay, Shehzad, now there is a shifting of goalpost happening here, Shehzad. There is a shifting of goalpost happening here. Firstly, it was that only PDP is being targeted, and now it is like it is the problem of Raj Bhavan there, which hasn't evicted all the people when ideally they should have been.
Okay, Majid, you are at least admitting that these PDP people don't deserve to stay in their accommodation that they are actually staying in. Do you accept that? Whether it's discrimination or not, you forget that issue. Are you accepting they are illegally occupying
None
this?
of the Kashmiri politicians deserve government accommodation.
So when action is being taken, you should
They have
accept it and
shown
welcome it.
Yes,
I think the case has been solved. Majid Hydari,
government accommodation for the taxpayers' money.
Okay, so let me complete.
Party
Majid,
to
don't do this.
become a national conference spokesperson.
Majid, let me complete. I did not interrupt
No, one
you.
at a time. Otherwise, we won't be able to understand what you guys are saying. One at a time. One at a time. 1 second. 1 second. Both of you, please calm down. 1 second. Shehzad, make your point. Then I'll go across to Majid Hydari. You'll get time to respond, Majid Hydari. Yes, Shehzad.
So Majid's claim is now that action is being taken in a discriminatory manner. He is not saying that these PDP people, when they are being evicted, they have actually not overstayed their in the accommodation and that their stay is not illegal. He's saying it's discriminatory. So at least he's admitting that the PDP leaders don't deserve to stay in this property. So I think today Majid Hydari should only focus on the fact that these PDP leaders, when they are trying to play victimhood card, today Jammu Kashmiri, like Mr. Majid
Right.
Hydari should tell them that no, don't play this victimhood card. You don't deserve to stay in this property. First, Majid Hydari, you say this.
Right.
I say none of the
That is
Kashmiri
exactly the reason why I said
politicians
now he's
deserve
trying to shift the
government
goalpost. I give you last 30 seconds, Majid Hydari, your closing
That's
comments.
the problem. That is BJP's policy because PDP recently didn't endorse to the Delimitation Commission plan as has been hatched by BJP. So that is why now PDP is being put to the witch hunt. Because National
Why don't
Conference
you go to the
none
High
of
Court
the
and
National
complain?
Okay,
Conference
so
leaders
now
is
it is
being
witch
evicted.
hunt according to Majid Hydari. All right, I'm completely out of time, but thank you very much, gentlemen, both of you for joining us here on Times Now. We'll of course be tracking this story very, very closely ahead as well on Times Now.